I just wanted to check in for like a sort of like an astral chat, like for the energy right now, what's really taking place. So I've been feeling this sort of like a release of some sort of energy. Uh, I feel like yesterday was the day that we were starting to feel like this. We've been setting boundaries for the past couple of months. For a lot of us, we've been setting boundaries for the past few months, and I will say, like, I'm gonna say for me, like, I think my eyes are crossing right now. I'm stuck. You know, when you get stuck staring at something, my eyes are probably crossing. We've been setting boundaries for a year now. you know, uh, I know yesterday I had a moment of clarity. Hello, everyone. Love and life. You came into this reading. It's not a reading. It's a message, but also messages are readings in a way, right? Because like I was sitting here and I was like, what am I feel like I want to talk to everyone on YouTube and just let them know. So I know my friend was telling me something about cancer being ignited right now, the sign of cancer, and some of the energy could be explosive emotions, and some of it could be very just emotional. Period. Like, you're letting go of a lot of emotions like that made you feel bad and sad, right? And I titled this "Time to Say Goodbye," right? So I think what that came from was when I was sitting in the car today with my daughter. Oh, look, guys, I stopped the car to talk to her, and I had this like real intense conversation with her. Sometimes she's, as a Cancer, she could be like very like aloof and not really care about what I say. But I talked to her and I told her like we're gonna move out on our own soon. And I don't want to follow the code of what my family did with their children, and I don't want to argue with you. I want to get along. I want to live our lives. I don't want to be trapped in a house all day, in a room all day, in our phones. And I think like when I said like it's time to say goodbye to all this, like I pointed at some things like, and I told her like, hey, it's really time. My Mother's Day was good. It was a normal day. I don't do holidays like that. You guys should know me by now. Holidays, my birthday, nothing. I don't make big deals out of it, because then when you do it, like it leads to depression, because you're like, nobody got me nothing. Nobody said happy birthday. Nobody said Mother's Day. If you just realize it's just another day and it's a nice way to celebrate, and that's it. I've realized that a long time ago. I got out of that matrix thinking, Valentine's Day, Christmas, and all that stuff. Because it keeps you like balanced. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to say this message to you guys, because if you're here, you're ready to say goodbye to something too. You're super tired of the shits. I'm very easygoing with everyone. I'm very easygoing. I don't hold grudges. Like, one of the things about me is I don't hold grudges. I don't get upset with people and then hold on to it forever. I let things go very, very quickly and easily, and I think this is like the message here. Like, I feel like there's a group of people right now that you guys are like, if you're here, probably I'm talking to all of you, that are gonna realize like, I'm thinking about that song. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. There's things that you can avoid. I'm hearing that you could avoid, but ultimately, as an empath, right, as an empathic person, a lot of you don't realize that the people you live with could be affecting your energy. Let's say, for instance, if you live in a home with your family, your mother, she's always angry, she's always tired, she's always sleepy, she's always sick, right? Let's say you live in a space like that, or let's say you live with a roommate, or you're somewhere you live. Even if you guys live in apartment buildings, there's a message for you too. If you live in apartment buildings, I'm fully aware that spirit is constantly moving through this earth, and like I know that because I can sense it, I feel it, and I'm going to tell you, like, this is the message. I really had to put my boundaries up with spirit. This is why you see me not doing readings right now, not doing classes, nothing. I'm taking time for me because I had to really place boundaries up with people and with spirit. So, if, for instance, you know how you guys like, for me, human beings are not the problem because I can avoid that, right? But spirit is like ever flowing, constant moving through this earth. And, you know, yes, I'm fine. I'm just laying down, relaxing. I cleaned all day yesterday. I cleaned, like, I made the house spotless. If you could see, I like organized everything. I cleaned up really, really good. You know, I made my room look bigger and stuff, and I cleaned my mom's room. I cleaned my daughter's room. I cleaned the bathroom, the kitchen. I went in on cleaning, so today I'm kind of like, I'm relaxing. But one thing I have been doing every day is taking a long walk. And I'm going to tell you, that's been changing my whole energy. Taking a long walk quietly. I leave my phone at home, no headphones, no phone, and I just walk around for like 40 minutes. I walk around my neighborhood. That shit's been changing my vibration completely. So maybe that's a message for you. You need to get out of there, you know? No, this is my room. Does this look like a hospital bed? This is my room. But you know, I'm a very like, I like white sheets, white blankets. Like that's one of the things about me. So it could look very hospitally, but it's not. Okay. So let me tell you guys. So one of the things I want to give you, like spirits tell me like to give the advice first of all is to walk, if you can, walk around for an hour or so. Just do it for yourself, for your highest good, because it will change your whole vibration up. It has been doing that for me. So, and another thing, reorganize your space right now because Jupiter is moving into Taurus. And just today, I had my sugar water under the bed. I threw it out the window and I burned my clothes. And that brings in new opportunities. Jupiter is about expansion, right? So when Jupiter goes into Taurus, it's expanding the finances. It's like, I'm hearing you're not going to be broke for much longer. For some of you guys who needed to hear that. You needed to be broke for a while. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you this. If you're catching this, please, I like want to like grab you by the face right now and be like, listen to this. If you've been like broke, struggling financially, this whole time my right eye is somebody's touching my right eye. Heat. If you've been broke financially, mentally, spiritually broke this whole time for the past, I'm hearing year, 2 years, 3 years for some of you. I'm gonna say that this is the best thing that ever happened to you. It is the best thing that ever happened to you. Trust me, Sigma, do it. Because, yeah, look, I walked 2 days in a row. And then the third day I was like, I have to go for my walk. Like, it's like almost like my brain was like, hello, you didn't go for your walk today. And I almost felt like uncomfortable that I didn't. And then even though I cleaned all day, I still went for my walk. And guess what? It's been making me feel a lot better. My bloating in my stomach's going down because of it. You know, I'm eating a lot less too as well. So, you know, one of my main problems is I like food at night and I got to change that like completely. But I've been doing good. I've been blocking people on social media that every time they come, a post comes up and they just frustrate. There's something about their energy just irritates me. I've been blocking them. Like everybody that's irritating my energy on social medias, they're getting blocked. It's nothing personal towards them. It's just that when it's time for you to set your boundaries, you have to be like very, 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 you know, fine tune that shit. Like, it's like you know, let's say you record a song and then your song sounds good, but you got to throw a little auto tune. You know, you got to master it and make it sound a lot better, right? It's the same thing with your life. Like, you're creating your song right now. You're in the studio, you're recording the song. This is the rough draft, right? So you're creating the rough draft right now. So all of this shit you went through, it's going to teach you. Like last time you recorded the song, you didn't master it. So people were like, oh, I don't really like it. But now this time, referencing music, you guys could be musicians or you could like music. And this time you're going to master it to the point where people hear it and it's like, that sounds amazing. You know, you're going to invest, I'm hearing that little bit of extra money and some really fine tuning your album. I'm hearing that as well. So what I want to say here is this. Okay, hold on, because I'm like totally in my underwear and my shirt and underwear today. I'm free balling it today. So what I want to say to you guys is this. Like, one of the things that I want to say I'm picking up is major, like, this is what's so important. You literally don't understand how important this time of you being broke, whatever. Because, you know, you could be broke or you could be poor, right? Poor is a state of mind. Broke is something you're just experiencing right now because you're going through, look, when we're shedding things, right? When we're shedding shit in our lives, let me tell you something about This is one of my favorite things right now. It's like I want to say all this stuff to you and I want you guys to understand it. So I'm trying to find the right words. Okay, one of the things I want to say to you, one of the greatest things that I'm going to be able to I'm going to be able to give to people the most that I love about myself, is that all of this stuff, that's this so-called, oh God, this dark stuff that you experiencing, it's like you're gonna be able to teach people, like when manifesting, let's say they're manifesting something, you're manifesting something, you're waiting for it to come to fruition. During this manifestation, you're gonna be broke for a little, you're gonna lose a lot of friends, you're gonna, you're gonna block people, you're gonna stop talking to certain people, you're gonna feel alone, okay, during this manifestation, during whatever it is that you're manifesting and you're bringing to fruition for you. You're gonna lose a lot of friends, you're gonna be broke, you're gonna lose things. As for some of you, it's also a job too. Like, let's say you have a job that you can't stand, but you need money, right? When you stop and think about it, it's like, yes, I do need money, and yes, I am gonna struggle for a little bit, but what's more important, for me to make this money and have money in my pocket, or for me to realize and recognize, like, this is not working for me. Like, it's financially, yes, it's working for me, but it's bringing a lot of like problems and stress to my life. And so one of the things people are not willing to do when they're trying to clear up and manifest things, they're not willing to really let go of everything. I mean, I know I still hold on to some things too, but I'm working very hard to let them go, right? The small changes you make every day are going to be so important, you know what I mean, during this transformation that because what you don't know right now is that you are transforming, and this is a major transformation for some of you. You are really transforming something here. You went from like this person to that person, and this stuff that you went through, this financial breakthrough, right? Breakthrough that you went through. What you need to understand is that this is actually like it's gonna help you evolve. Like I see somebody evolving here from the shit that you've been through. You're evolving, like there was one point in this time period where I was letting go of readings and classes and all that, which I enjoyed doing all that stuff, but to be quite honest with you, even though I was making good money, I was tired all the time and I was stressed out. And I've noticed since I stopped doing readings and I stopped, I'll do like a collective reading or something like that. And since I stopped dealing with people on a personal level, I stopped taking on their entities, and I stopped because I'm a light worker. As a light worker, somebody with an entity could come around me and I get nauseous and I feel sick because I'm literally absorbing their negative energy to throw it off, because that's what I do. I pull out negative energy and I throw it off. I have a big gift to do that. And it's not easy when you're doing that constantly and you're not giving yourself a couple of days to clear that entity or that energy, and then you're taking on another one. And as much as I love people and I love spirit and I love all that, I have to tell everyone. And when I say everyone, I'm talking about people and spirit. So you have to understand, when you're dealing with emotional disturbances and financial issues here in this 3D realm, you got to also understand that there's an energetic state, an astral dimension that you are also clearing up. So you saying no to this, actually you think it's just fixing this part of your world, but there's all realities that you're cleaning up with it, okay? Like I'm cleaning out my closet. Like I feel like, it's time. And I'm hearing that song, I never meant to hurt you, never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. Because, you were I'm hearing so focused and so worried about like everyone else's feelings. I'm hearing like you just really were way too focused on how everybody else is feeling. You were so busy trying to help everybody else. Listen, I don't know who you are, who's watching, but there's some of you here that you weren't even giving yourself the space to heal. For some of you, you were doing this whole like, oh, I'm gonna, I'm helping this one, I'm helping that one. I'm also hearing something about your mom too. Like you're so focused on like giving. For some of you, I don't know if you helped raise your siblings. That's what I'm hearing. Something about somebody who raised their siblings. And like Spirit wants you to know how proud, how thankful they are to you. They're very thankful to you because you've done that. Can't tell if this is clean or... Oh yeah, it is. You helped raise your siblings, or you did something, I love you, Flo. Thank you for everything. You know what, Frank? Thank you, because let me tell you something. I've been noticing those people, those of you who stick around, like you listen to the messages, I'm like, wow, the Spirit is like, Flo, some people are really listening to the advice of Spirit, and they're really taking it, and they're doing the right thing with it, and they're using the advice, and they're changing. And whether you think it or not, It's not that I have an impact on you, it's that spirit has been guiding you and you're listening to the guidance. And can I tell you something? What's the greatest thing for me as a psychic channeler, reader, healer? It would be that you take the messages that I so work so hard to go grab from another dimension. Literally, guys, when I'm giving you messages, you have to keep it into your mind that like I'm like almost like it's like a fucking ladder and I'm climbing it and I'm pulling the information from a different astral realm, right? With I'm hearing authority figures that are watching over you and protecting you. And I'm going to grab that information, I'm sending it back down to you. It's almost like I'm traveling, time traveling while giving you the messages. So sometimes I'll be like, I'm doing this for no reason. People ain't listening, and then spirit will like humble me back down, be like, listen, no, there's people that are listening to the messages that we are giving. Because remember, it's not me. Like when I tell people all the time, I know you're saying like, Flo, you inspire me, and da-da. I know, I get it. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. But remember that it's spirit who's also working super hard to help guide you. And so when they're working hard to guide us and we're not listening, it's almost like wasting, it's like somebody giving you the best advice on earth and you going, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to understand it, how it's not easy for spirit to come through like that. You know what I'm saying to you? This is like, we have to understand how hard that is. It's hard. It's very hard for spirit to come through and to collect data, essentially collecting data to come and bring the information back to you. It's not easy for them. So we have to be very grateful and very aware and very attuned with the energy so that we can understand what they're saying. And when they do, it's so freeing because we have this thing going on right now with spirit, especially like they're, and they understand me because a lot like some here, listen, I tell you, some of the spirits, they don't want to understand. Like they want to still bother. And when I say don't touch me at night, don't do this, some of them still want to test it, but they're seeing that I'm not playing no games this time. Like they're seeing love and light, no matter who you are. I always say family, whoever you are. When I say I'm going to sleep, leave me alone. Leave me alone. This is my life. I'm not going to spend my time being bothered by anyone anymore because I was ha ha he ha ha. I thought it was, oh, look how cool it is. Yeah, of course, when you're ascending and you're starting to get like more in tune with spirit, you're gonna attract like some spirits that obviously they're not the nicest. They don't care about your feelings and how tired you are. Or bitch, get off your phone, pay attention to me. No, this is my life. I want to be on my phone. I'll be on my phone all night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm about tired of explaining that to spirit and to people. And I have to say, and I know it sounds like I'm being a bitch, but I'm not. I had to go on my DMs and my Instagram, and I just stopped answering people. Like love and light, but I've told people a million times, I do classes. They're fucking $10 a class. $10. My subscription on YouTube is $5. You're subscribed to Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, all this bullshit. You spend $20 a day on weed. If you can't subscribe to somebody who's trying to heal you and help you, $5, or go to the class for $5, then guess what? Then you really don't want healing, okay? Because listen, a bitch like me, I didn't have no money for the Akashic Records thing. I found that shit. I found that. I went into my, I was like, Shah, can I scrounge up $80 right now? And I did that because guess what? I want to learn. Right now I want to take some classes. And I'm like, okay, financially I'm not there yet, but I will be. And guess what? I'm finding ways to make it happen. Like, you borrow money from people for other things. It's time to invest in your healing. And if you're not doing that, please don't be sad or upset when things don't work out your way. You have to get it. Like, get it by now because, like, people are not getting it. They're just like, why is this happening to me? Nothing's happening to you. It's happening for you. It's all happening for you. So if you think that what's happening is like a punishment for you, this is where the ego steps in. Hold on. Where's all those hangers that were here? So that's your ego. Your ego will tell you like, oh man, everything's bad. Everything's happening. I'm so sad. My life sucks. You're gonna blame everybody else for your problems. I used to do that shit too, blaming everybody and their mother for my problems. And used to be like, it's their fault and it's happening because they're making it happen and this is happening because they're making it happen. Well, guess what? It's me too. It's you too, So when we start to realize that and we start to say to ourselves, like, you know what? I'm done playing the victim because the victim in me, she likes to like be overbearing and try to tell me like that I should be sad and I should be mad because everybody treated me like this, and poor me, I had to do this. Look, growing up, I remember complaining this, for a while now. Oh, you don't understand what I did growing up. I took care of my brothers, I took care of my sister, I cooked, I cleaned for my mom. I went and helped my uncles and aunts clean their house, which is all true, and watched their kids, and I took care of my grandmother when I could, you know what I mean? And I would complain about it because I was a kid. I wanted to enjoy myself. It wasn't because I didn't like my grandmother, but I would go stay with her, sleep with her at night because she didn't want to be alone. And you know what? She watches out for me now. And I know that because in the spirit world, she came in one day in my dream, and I was sleeping in the bed, and my mom goes, get up, get up, get up. You gotta clean it. And she came in my dream and she told my mother, leave her alone. She's been cleaning all her life. Let her relax now. Like she was telling my mom basically, leave her alone. She's done enough. Like she needs her break too. And this is why you need to understand spirit is having your back right now. So hold on one second. Hold on. Because I want to read what you're saying. One second. Your sweatpants and your new tights are back here, okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. What? Thanks. You're welcome. Look at her with her toe. She's holding her phone. Holding her phone up with her toe. She's excited. So, I had this big conversation with her, a big talk in the car where I was like, we have to stop. We have to stop being toxic. Like, you have to stop yelling and stop. I know you're going through shit as a teenager, but this shit's got to end now, today. It's like, I feel like it got through to her. I told her, like, listen, we're all dealing with mental health stuff, but the more we push on each other, the more we're going to hate, and the more we're going to deal with pain. Unless we just let it all go and stop hating each other for stupid shit. And I'm hearing like past life shit with your child or with your sister. I'm hearing from some of you guys, and even your mom, right? This is past life stuff that you're clearing. When you catch yourself being when you catch yourself being in the past life stuff, you'll notice like this. You'll notice this is why you'll notice it's past life shit. You'll talk to your kid or your sister or your brother or whatever, and you guys argue over shit. It's like you're in battle mode, and you don't understand why. That's because there's stuff in a past life. Some of us are siblings. We killed each other in a past life. Some of us really killed each other. Some of us slept with each other's husbands. We did crazy shit in past lives. Not saying everybody, but a lot of us. I put those clothes away so fast talking to you guys. I swear, when you're busy, your mind's busy, you just get shit done. This is like. The message here is like, really, we have to understand that our past lives are being cleared right now, and I know that because in the astral I've been having dreams, and it's been those kind of dreams where I'm noticing that everybody is trying to come back in my dreams, trying to fuck with me in my dreams, but it's not working for them, and it's pissing them off. Like, it's pissing them off, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not here to satisfy you guys. Hold on one second. But it makes sense. Like, you have to. This is the time now. It's time for you to free yourself off this bullshit, man. It's time to free yourself off this bullshit. You've been I'm hearing slave to the system for too long, way too long. The crazy thing is, I feel like I'm hearing you're being protected from something. It seems like honestly, it could seem like whatever you're going through, you're being punished right now, but you're not. Let me tell you, because I've learned the most valuable lessons that I've learned had to be this past year. Okay, most valuable lessons. I've learned about one thing I know from here on out, and I'm telling you, this is the message for you. You gotta save your money, bro. Like, you gotta always have a good 5,000 put away, right? Like, let's say you could put away a lot more, then do that, right? But we have to have like at least 5 G's just put away, just in case, like, oh god, just in case, like, you have to like do something, Now, when money management is hard because you're not making enough and stuff like that, let me tell you something. If you calculate the amount of money you spend, which sometimes I'll look, sometimes I step outside and I spend $30, $40 right there. Here, I just went outside, gas, whatever I need. I don't buy cigarettes no more. I switched to
cartons that are like $30 a carton because I get it hand rolled or whatever, and now I'm buying a machine to roll my own cigarettes. Yes, I am, because I know I'm gonna quit, but whenever I'm ready to quit, it's not gonna happen overnight, and when it does, it'll happen under my own terms. But the point is, making those little small changes right now is going to be very important for you. You have a lot of, I would have liked to attend the retreat you had. So these are retreats that I'm doing now that are coming up are totally different. Like, I'm gonna post them months in advance so you guys have time to save money, because they're gonna be like $300-400. They will, but you'll have you'll have a room to sleep in, you'll have food, you'll have a astrologer, a yoga teacher with me and me. You'll get readings, Reiki, yoga, astrology readings. They ain't gonna be these low grade retreats. I'm doing $300-400, $500 retreats, 2-day retreats, and I'm gonna make sure that when the person comes in, whatever's bothering them, when you leave, ain't none of that shit's coming with you. You're gonna come in one person, you're leaving another. So I'll tell people, listen, you ain't got the money, do what I do. Put $50 away a week until the retreat comes. You got 3 months to save. Every week, $50 goes towards your retreat. And by the time 3 months comes, you'll have the money for the retreat. If you want to invest in your higher self in your life, then that's time to do it. The second I get the opportunity and the money to do it, I'm going to book myself a retreat somewhere in freaking some far away country where I'm gonna see a shaman, probably take ayahuasca, and just so I could like release whatever, because ayahuasca's I'm getting hit in the head right there. Take ayahuasca, and it's gonna be a medicine for me. Like, I don't want to do things like shrooms with a bunch of people. Like, even though that was a good experience, because I saw like a lot, it's not a good experience when you're not doing it under the care of medicinal purposes, and you're just doing it because like you guys want to have an experience. No, I want it to be a medicinal thing. Maybe there's something that will help me unlock something, and maybe it'll help me get past some fears that I'm holding on to, and hopefully, my guides or my ancestors can come through easier on that, because they already communicate with me now, but there's like some kind of like aspect of ourselves that we have to embrace right now, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let me tell you guys something. When you're opening your third eye, yes, it's scary. It could be scary, because let me tell you, there's been times where I've seen visions, and for some reason when you open your third eye, you instantly start seeing these like weird faces and shit, and I'm like, oh god, no, please don't show it to me. Sometimes some of the faces are not fun. They'll have like fucked up teeth, like, and it's not scary per se, but it's intimidating. It's like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? So maybe you're needing to see that at this moment. You're gonna see like you have parts of you that are still being unlocked. I'm seeing a key. I see a third eye. I see a key going into the third eye. And I see like, I'm hearing break away. Like you're breaking free from something. And it's not easy. It's not, am I frozen? Because I don't see nobody writing. Maybe you guys are just listening to the message. So one thing I want to say is like, if you're in this message, this is why your guides want you to know. You're changing. You're experiencing things on a whole nother level. You're going to, I'm hearing, reevaluate your life choices for some of you, and this has to do with patience. You have to have patience with yourself. This one thing your guides want you to know is that you are changing and you're evolving. You're evolving and you're changing, okay? Yeah, you've seen some of the weird faces. Yeah, they're not fun to see. That's why some people are like, I'm not opening my third eye, bitch. I don't want to see none of that. But sometimes it comes with the territory, but it's not what I want to see. Like, I'm not trying to see scary faces. Like, the fuck? Like, I don't want to see that part of the... If I'm going to open my third eye, it's going to be for evolution purposes, not for fucking... Because Spirit's bored and they want me to see them. No, I'm good. Like, I'm not here to, like, play in those dimensions unless it's for a good purpose, like a good reason. I'm healing somebody or something in myself. Otherwise, I don't need to see all that. But then sometimes you have to get past those fears in order to get to the, sometimes you got to walk through hell to get to heaven type of energy, So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting time for you because, like, okay. So if you feel like, oh, lately, like, nothing's been going right for me, Flo, like money and all that, trust me, that's changing. It's changing. Like, overnight success, I'm hearing. Some of you guys are you're going to experience something that's going to be overnight. You might have been going through shit. You might have been feeling like down, like shit ain't working out for you. But I promise you, overnight, you're going to see a change overnight and you're going to be like, what the fuck? How did I go from that to this? Yeah, because you had to experience all that stuff, because everything is a timing thing for a reason, right? So you're experiencing the loss and the letting go of, and being broke for a little bit, and losing friends and people. You see the fakeness in people, and spirits, revealing to you what has been hidden. Mary, ask Mary, she shall proclaim to you. So what's hidden, she shall proclaim to you. And yeah, your guides are helping you, and you may not see it right now, because I was like, going through something, and I was like, what the fuck, why aren't you guys stopping this, why aren't you helping me? And I noticed, like, it takes a little time, but they come in clutch. Like, my guides come in clutch. It just takes a little time sometimes, because it's really like, what people need to understand is the astral world, the other dimensions, they are so much like this earth, as above, so below. Like, it goes through like laws and court situations. Like, they go in the astral court for what they did to you. Now the motherfuckers is getting locked up, and they're suffering for their own consequences, which I don't want nobody to suffer. I'm not asking for anybody to suffer, because I don't want nobody suffering. But, you put me through that shit. And now I'm just praying that you leave me alone. I'm not asking for nobody to be punished. I'm just saying, leave me alone. You know what I mean? And it's like, you don't need to understand, you're not battling in this realm. You're not battling in that saying, flesh and blood. Is spiritual battles that you mostly will have to endure and experience and go through, that will actually help you feel free again, because it's not easy when you're experiencing spiritual you're letting go of spiritual things. It's not easy. Okay, this is like past life shit. I know I told my guides and myself, listen, Flo, I'm sure you want to heal all this past life shit and all that, but girl, I'm done with the past lives, bro. I'm trying to live this lifetime, and I'm trying to make this lifetime one of the most magical lifetimes I've ever had. And I don't care that it took me this long, because I'm gonna be a great example to people, and I'm gonna show them, listen, I'm 40 years old and my life just began. So don't ever sleep on when your life should be. You're gonna, if you really want to go through this experience and let go of everything, and then you're really like, I know this next chapter for most of us, is gonna be pure freedom. Pure freedom, because you've already let go of all the shadow shit, man. Listen, and if you don't let go of this shit now, you're gonna bring it with you to this next succession, and you don't want to do that, right? It's like passing a fucking disease to your children. You don't want to do that, so you have to heal the disease so that you don't pass it on to your children. You learn from all of this shit. You learn from it, and you understand that the universe is helping you let go of this stuff for a reason. And you chose to endure some of this stuff, because really it might seem like it's bullshit, but it's actually making you more powerful, right? And I gotta say that each time I went through like a spiritual awakening or painful stuff, I gotta tell you, I come out 10 times more gifted and 10 times more powerful. And I'm like, and then you don't notice it. You may not notice it, but you gotta be thankful, because those spiritual gifts you're attaining, that's all because of what you went through. If you didn't experience some of that darkness, baby, how would you ever be the light to yourself and others? Like, I'm seeing like somebody needs to be more proud of themselves. Like, you have to be more proud of yourself. Some of you guys are not giving yourself enough credit here, and I get it, because like, we can all be like self-deprecating, right? I captured 1,033 times 3 times. Yeah, and I'm saying, if you're seeing that 33, 1, 2, 3, this is the new cycle. That's why you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 33, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, things like that, because this is a new cycle. It's a new cycle, and let me tell you something. I know I've moved on to a new cycle, even though I know I'm not 100% there yet. I know I have. I could feel it in my heart. I feel it, like, even energetically. Like, I've done things in the intentional state. So as much as, like, and I notice when I'm angry or upset, sometimes it triggers me, and I got to learn to deal with those triggers in a different way. And so, I have been working with myself to stop, slow down, and think before I act, because sometimes in the midst of anger, I can do things that I'm like, fuck, I should have never done that, right? But it's okay. I'm not going to do the whole, oh man, why did I do that shit no more? That's one thing I don't do no more. It is what it is. I'll fix it when it's time. Because I was judging myself so much that I was still sleeping in the past, Oh, well, I shouldn't have done this. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's happened now. What are you going to do with it? You're going to cry for the rest of your life? You're going to punish yourself forever? No. I'm not with the self-punishment shit. I'm good with, like, with myself, and I understand that we make mistakes and that's it. Who cares? It's a mistake and I'll be all right. It's all right. Everything's changing in due time. You're going to be experiencing a massive shift, a massive change in your life, in your auric field, in your body, in your I'm hearing physically. You are still physically healing, you guys. You'll notice this, I'm hearing, especially when you're active throughout the day. I'm hearing you'll notice that your body is actually like, you feel like sometimes like it's failing you. You know, like you're like, what the fuck? Like why can't my body catch up with my mind? Because like your mind is so young. I'm hearing youthful. Like you have so much youth in your mind, like you're just like ready to explore things and go hiking and do this, but your body's like, nah, not right now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, damn, bro, I really want to be like as active as my mind is. You know what I mean? And that's what you're getting to. And you see that bird chirping right there? I was gonna say it's a rejuvenation. Like I've been working with my guides to help rejuvenate my DNA. You know, reprogram my DNA. You know, every 7 years. Did you know that every 7 years, scientifically, not just spiritually, scientifically, your body rejuvenates? Look, I'm seeing 1515 right there as I look up. Your body rejuvenates. Did you know that every 7 years you start to, your body literally, it reprograms the DNA. Like you get, you know, you more youthful, the things that were bothering you don't bother you no more. You know, you'll go through like a cycle of pain and discomfort and stuff like this, and then every 7 years your body changes that, and that's what you're doing right now. You're actually in the process of the cocoon and the butterfly, and you have this beautiful transformation taking place, and you can't really tell because you're so busy sometimes feeling down and sick and tired, you know, but actually you're actually transforming, you know, and you are going through a major transformation. For some of you guys, you don't even realize it, okay? And it could be really painful too to go through this transformation. Look, man, since the car accident, I noticed, oh my God, but I'm noticing my body feeling better every day because I'm telling myself, oh wow, I am feeling better. Every day I get better and better. I'm going walking, that's helping me a lot. But then when I go walk all day and I clean the house all day, I notice how much pain in my body. I'm like, oh my God. But I'm doing the little things like icing it. I've been trying to do like a little bit of protein powder with, you know, smoothies every day, and really trying to get my daughter on that, but she is not, like, she's not budging. So right now I just like, I'm working with her. I just saw a red cardinal right there. I'm working with her to like start getting more active, and I know that sometimes the situation, the circumstances you're in could lead to like actions, right? So I know that transformation is taking form in all aspects of our lives. And some of you guys want to be closer with your children. You want to talk to them differently. And that's what I'm at right now. I'm, you know, when I had this argument, well, I didn't argue. I yelled at my daughter in the car and I told her, that's it. I'm done with this. You're not going to treat me like this no more. Kids need to understand you got to humanize yourself to them because they think you're mom and you're superwoman, right? But I'm not superwoman. I've been a single mom her whole life, like up until 2 years old. From 2 years old on, I've been a single mom. I'm grateful that I had my mother here for me to help me, and you know, other people in my family helped me, but like I did most of it myself, meaning the healing and all that stuff. I did, you know, I had to do it myself. And even today I told her, you know, you can't control us. Like we love you guys, we love kids, but you guys are controlling our whole lives, and we're not getting to experience this lifetime in the proper way because some of us have children who cannot be without us, and it's toxic. Like it's like the you know, dependent energy, like too dependent on you energy, and they need to be more independent. Sometimes my daughter will be like, I'm hungry at like 9 in the morning, and I'll tell her, go make yourself some toast, do something. Like, you know, you gotta learn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Gonna learn today. And she's like, Mom, I like when you do it. Yeah, I know you like when I do it. I'm not telling you to do it because I don't want to do it for you. I'm telling you because you have to learn for yourself, okay? My car accident was in October, right? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's been 8 months. And let me tell you something. This is why, and I'm going to say this, I'm not one for suing people. I'm not. I've been in many things before that I haven't sued people. But if you have a car accident, someone hits you and it's not your fault, you pursue a lawsuit. I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't notice the pain until about 3-4 months later. You might be like, I'm fine, I'm good. And then 3-4 months later, now you notice your back's killing you, your leg hurts, your fingers hurt, you know, I have permanent damage on this hand. My fingers cannot close all the way right there. You see that? If I try to close it all the way, it hurts. And I've been trying to do like you know, and as you can see, my hand remains swollen all the time because of it, and I'm trying to work with that. Look, you know, my right foot, when I got into the car accident, my foot got stuck under the pedal, and I pulled it out hard, and I ended up fracturing my toes and really dislocating some bones in my right foot. Then I didn't know that was taking place, so I was walking on it, like, you know. I got knee surgery, shoulder surgery, like, it's not been easy for me. It's been a hard road, right? But it's okay. It's okay. So maybe if, like, God forbid, something happens, even if it's something small, minor, trust me when I tell you, you're going to notice the pain. Even if it's something small or minor, trust me when I tell you, you're going to notice the pain after. So if I were you, I would pursue a lawsuit. And I hate to be that person to say that, because I am not a lawsuit person, but fuck that. Like, you hurt me, and now I'm going to need to get compensated for it. I'm sorry. You know? Because we have, like, we're like, all of us are like these people that, yeah, we don't want to sue, and we don't, yeah, but guess what? They, you know, sometimes the people involved need to learn a lesson like that too, so they could watch where the fuck they're going. And not only that, you know, those kids got out of the car and they said, what the fuck you doing, you stupid bitch? I'm laying on the floor screaming in pain, and they're calling me a bitch. That's what happened. So that's what pissed me off the worst part, is that I'm laying there crying, help me, call an ambulance, help me. And they were like, what the fuck, you stupid bitch? They were little kids. And guess what? They need to learn a big ass lesson. And I hope that I taught them something, to drive safer, to be careful, you know what I'm saying? To not be on your phone while you're driving, you know? It's like crazy, because I was on it live when that car accident happened, but I wasn't looking at my phone. My phone was like down on the floor, on the thing, and I was driving looking straight up. And, you know, and then that happened, and now I don't go on my phone at all. Not even, it's just so I'm not distracted, you know. I try not to distract myself in the car. I'll listen to some comedy, and that's it. But trust me when I tell you, it takes 1 second. 1 fucking second. Stay off your phones when you're driving. That could be a message for some of you, particular for some of you guys. Stay off your fucking phones when you're driving. Stop watching toxic people and their fucking toxic. I'm hearing toxic readings, okay? And so there was only one person I used to watch a lot, and Gina, I think you'll know who I'm talking about. And now when I tune into her readings, if it ain't positive, I quickly tune out, quickly. Once she starts talking about past lives and block, because guess what? It's like almost like you're calling that energy into your life, watching people talk about shit like that. And I say all the time, I'm glad that even though, like, I was making more money and attracting more people when I was doing those other readings, now I get like only 100 viewers and stuff, which is fine, I don't care. But it's because a lot of people are not ready for the messages that, if you are watching my readings, I'm just gonna tell you, Spirit wants you to know, you are ascended, baby. You're ascending, okay? You have ascended, because only those people who are truly in ascension and truly been doing the shadow work are ready for the messages I have to give, because my messages are coming from a way higher place than a lot of people's are. And I'm not downing anybody, I'm really not, but there are some people who've been doing readings for 8-9 years and they're still doing the same readings. Like, I mean, come on, girl, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then they when they claim that everybody else has entities, and that they're like, you know, hey, baby, like, I get it. I know you want to think everybody else is like a bad guy, and you're this all-powerful being that, you know, you're the one, and you're the answer to all. You have to pay attention to your entities, because the entities that control you, when you do your readings, and you're constantly doing the same readings over and over again, that's because those spirits got you on lock, baby. And I'm not here. I'm a messenger. I'm not your slave. Now, there's a difference between being a messenger for spirit, right? It's like when you're doing readings and you're giving messages, that's the difference between when they're like sitting there, oh, talk about this, talk about that, and you're doing it. When you could choose to ignore the negative. You could choose to ignore the negative energy. Like when I do readings, sometimes I'll hear negative shit too. You know what I do? I'm not that person. I'm here to give people the positive aspect of it, and guess what? That negative shit gotta stay somewhere else. No offense, love and light, but I'm not here to give messages of oh, this person cheated, this person's a piece of shit. No, I'll tell you, like, yo, listen, Spirit is saying this person's not good for you. That's a different story. But I'll tell you right now, I purposely ignore negative energy when I'm doing readings, because I'm not here for that. If you're still stuck in a negative energy and that's what you think about, then you're in the matrix, and I'm not in the matrix. So I can't you know, give those messages to others as you would have me do so. I'm sorry, because that's slave energy, and I'm not I'm not playing with slave energy, right? And so that's why you have to watch what you're watching and who you're interacting with, because right now at this part, you're really gonna be, yeah, Tashina, don't worry, I am. You're really gonna be experiencing something. You can take on other people's entities. Like if you watch people, like you watch stuff and you're constantly watching negative shit and all that, you're literally taking on entities. You're taking on these energies. Like you don't want to do that to yourself. So what you want to do is get yourself out of this fucking like matrixy world. Stop fucking watching people that are talking about the same shit. It's like Cat Williams said. If you've been selling weed since 1996, if you ain't bumped up to cocaine by 2023, get the fuck away from me. You're still selling weed, motherfucker. It's been 10 years. Have you changed anything at all? Not that I'm saying that's a good thing, but what I'm saying is if you've been selling weed your whole life and you ain't bumped up to cocaine by 2023, then get the fuck out of here. You're still doing the same shit. So if you got people that are doing the same shit over and over and you're dealing with these people, then I'm gonna tell you that's the entity, and it's attacking you. The entity's attacking you. And I know because I was at first thought it was like that too for me. I thought it was like that too for me, but it's not. It's me, and I'm going through healing right now, and then I'm trying to release some things and let things go, and I realized something. I'm hearing something's got a hold on me, and it does, and sometimes I think it does for me too, but I also know that I'm a free sovereign being, so the decisions I make, that's on me. So things that I do sometimes I'm like, why'd you do that? But then I'm like, fuck it. Like I did it. What am I gonna do? Cry about it. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. So I wanna say something that I've been noticing too. Like this is post shadow Mercury retro. So when you're in Mercury in retro, you're gonna be like, feeling the energy, and it's tough and it's aggravating and frustrating. But when pre-shadow and post-shadow to me are the most important times. So like for me, for instance, like if you're trying to let go of something, like you know what I mean, this is the time. This is the time to do it. Because I'm telling you right now, like me too. It's really impacting me and it's been bothering me a lot. And but I do also understand that boredom is a thing. So when I get bored, sometimes I notice, oh, okay, I'm bored, so that's why I'm doing this, that's why I'm doing that, and I'm not gonna be looking at the phone at all, guys. So just please don't expect that 'cause I'm not. Um, Boredom, it can impact you. That that saying, idle hands, it's a real saying for a reason. Because when we're bored and we got nothing better to do, honey. I know me. When I'm bored, I got nothing better to do, bitch. I fucking thank God I don't do coke and all that shit anymore. Because I swear to God, I probably would have been doing back then, as bored as I am right now, as much as I have nothing to do right now, back then I would have been like, all right, time to go out and do some drugs. That's the energy I would have been in. But I've changed that a lot by myself. I do take kratom here and there, you guys, and the reason why I'm saying that is I don't want you to, like, I'm not fake and I'm not gonna pretend I'm perfect. I do take kratom and I saw it getting out of control, and for the past few days I've been letting it go more and more. Sometimes I'll stay without it, sometimes I won't, you know what I mean? But it's also something that I enjoy, and it makes me feel calm and relaxed, and I sleep well with it. Sometimes I sleep better with it. But I'm also very fully aware of like when something is getting out of control and when it's time to let it go. And so even though you hold on to things, you gotta be proud of yourself because you're doing great things, and we're proud of you. I'm hearing you guys say, we see you, we know I'm here changing up some things. Like I said, the walking thing has been really changing my life. Like again, today it's hot. I like to wait until like it's a little bit darker and lighter outside to go for a walk because when it's too hot, like I get really like frustrated and I get very hot. So I don't like that. So that's why I'm saying like go a time when you feel more peaceful, when the air is better. Like right now the air quality with the heat, I can't. It's like but I feel like that's a big message for you guys right now. Walking around today, like I'm telling you, walk, 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 walk. As much as you want to be like, oh, but Flo, I don't live in the area where I could walk around. You do though, but you do. Figure it out. Do something that go walk down the block, go to the park, do something. Okay, I will. Hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Am I good now? Okay, sorry. Is it good now? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Better. Okay, good. So what I want to say is like, listen, guys. I'm talking a lot, but it's for a reason. Because I love you guys. Let me fucking tell you guys something. I love you, motherfuckers. I'll be at home like thinking about like how wonder how everybody's doing on YouTube and shit like that. I need to check in with them. And there'll be times when I'm like, fuck that, I just want to relax today. But for some reason, I feel like you're all my children, and I have to tell you, like, and especially when I go through something, I want to share it. And somebody told me you need to stop sharing everything you're going through online. I said, I don't, I get it, but I think one of the purposes of what I experience and what I go through is the most important thing, because sharing it actually helps me, number one. Number two, it helps other people. So as much as a lot of us want to keep our business to ourselves, right? We want to keep our business to ourselves. We don't want to tell people our business, what's going on with us. It's important to share with people, because knowing that, of course, there's always going to be haters there that are going to be like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. Let those haters say and do whatever they want to do, okay? Whatever they want to say, whatever they want to do, let them do that. That's not your problem. Let the haters hate, and you do what you got to do for you, okay? And that's that. That's the way it's got to be. Because people are going to hate regardless. They're going to hate you. They're going to talk shit about you. They're going to judge you, but they don't know anything that you're going through. They don't know who the fuck you are. And there's people that do understand me. They do know who I am. And the people that do, they know that Flo is very transparent with us, and it helps us because she tells us her struggles too. And let me tell you, from the struggles to the rising, the uprise, you're going to see the progress. And I'm going to say, hey, remember what I went through, you guys, when you guys are going to be like, I know, Flo, but I've been trying to manifest this for years. I'll be like, yeah, I remember I was trying to manifest that. Give me 1 second. Let me finish up at the store. Okay. Thank you, baby. I'll see you later. So, like I said, it's right now, man. The energy is. Oh, look at that crow! Is right next to my car. You see that? The crow was right next to my car, right next to it. It literally was sitting next to my car. There's a message like that spirit right there from the underworld, watching out for you and looking after you. Finances have been a big thing, but now, like I feel like with me, I feel like I know that things are shifting for me in a big way. And because of that, I'm kind of almost like getting this last bit of like, yeah, 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 fun, fun, fun. Whatever the energy that you're dealing with. Like you're almost like at this last, your last moments in time where you're trying to like do things that, you want to like, here, okay, it's like this. This is what the energy is like. Like sometimes when I used to get all right, let me explain this to you this way. I have my period, I need Advil, a lot of it. Okay. So there'd be times when I wanted to get like clean, right? And I would get clean off, like I wouldn't do drugs for a while, right? There'd be times I wouldn't do drugs for a while, right? It had you repeating the same sentence for 2 minutes. What was I repeating? Because that could be a big message right there. Sometimes when I would, oh, when I would want to get clean from drugs, this is how the message I want to give it to you. I'd be like, because I know I'm about to be clean, like for like not do any drugs. I used to do this. I remember like a year ago, 2 years ago. It had to be 2 years ago. Whenever the time was when I really like buckled down and I stopped doing drugs, right? I remember I knew in my heart that I wasn't going to be doing drugs no more. So, you motherfucker. I knew in my heart that I wasn't going to be doing drugs no more. So, you know what I would do? I would go out and do drugs. Like one more time. One more time, I'm going to do some coke tonight. One more time, I'm going to go party. And it's like that energy right now. Like you're like, things are about to change. Things are about to really change. And so you're like, okay, come on, my last hurrah, my last hurrah. But you're not going to even think, I'm hearing, you're not even going to think about this stuff that you've been doing. Like, I don't know what you've been doing. Maybe, you've been doing something toxic that's not good for you. Maybe you've been talking to that guy or that girl that you knew you shouldn't have been talking to. And you said, I'm not going to talk to this person no more. But you continued it. Maybe You know, you've argued with your mom. Maybe you argue with your child. Maybe, I don't know. But you told yourself you would change it. And you still were going back and forth with it, right? I'm telling you right now, you're not even going to miss any of this. Whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, I can promise you, you're not going to miss any of this at all. Matter of fact, I'm hearing you're going to look back at this and be like, why the fuck was I ever doing that in the first place? Why was I doing this? Or why was I talking to this person? Or why was I, because these fucking cops over here. Like, why was I ever doing that? Why was I ever talking to this person? Why was I, listen, guys, I'm going to leave you guys off with this last part of this message. That's important. The financial lessons that you've learned, the lessons of like talking to people and breaking up with people and not being friends with certain people. Go around him. Go around him. Go. Are you going? Go around him. Lady, go, lady. This bitch. Come on, girl. Damn, that took you forever and a day and a half. But this is like you're going to experience right now. I'm telling you, this is the message I'm leaving you off with. You're coming into a whole new chapter in your life. I don't give a shit what you say to me or what you say to anybody else. You are about to experience a brand new chapter in your life. Okay. Okay. All right. I love you. Amazing how so many people quit to dismiss the info. Yeah, this is so weird. Yeah. So seatbelt flow. I always wear my seatbelt, but I'm right down the block from my house. Sometimes I'll be like, it's all right. But no, you're right. I should always wear my seatbelt. I do though. I do because that's what saved me from the accident too, actually. But it actually fractured my rib, the seatbelt. Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now. This next part of your life, this next part of your chapter, it is going to change your world and you're going to feel so much better and so much freer. And I promise you, none of this shit, you're not going to miss any of this stuff, any of it. And I love you guys. I hope you guys, yeah, I know. And that's where I was, right by my house, Rachel. That's why I always wear my seatbelt. I just, I was like, I'm going to stop at the store and then run out. But you're right. Let me tell you guys something. If you're in the New Jersey area, Fort Lee area, I'm going to be doing these events. And I'm going to tell you right now, trust me when I tell you, you don't want to miss them. I'm doing shit totally different right now. People that come, they're going to pay the money. They're going to be there for healing. And I'm going to have a very, very good astrologer there. She's going to read your chart. And then a yoga instructor who's going to teach us to do yoga and how to stretch our bodies out and release something. Then I'll have like a spiritual dancer. And maybe one day I'll do an ayahuasca person who comes, like a professional ayahuasca shaman, and they come and help us do some healing with that. But let me tell you guys something. If you're in the New Jersey, New York area, and I'm also going to do free events this summer in the park, like in Bear Mountain Park. So if you guys are free, come to these events. You're going to love it, okay? Yeah, no, I always wear my seatbelt all the time, especially because I have my daughter and I want her to see me wearing it. And, I do that all the time. But sometimes, you're just like, I'm in a rush. But I try to wear my seatbelt all the time. I really, really do. All right, guys, I love you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Just remember, you're learning these lessons for a reason. I see you looking better, different. I feel like I see myself right now. And I'm like, I have a feeling like this next part of me, like my hair is going to be done all the time, my nails, I'm going to go back to that girly love yourself version. Cause for a while I went into the whole, like, I don't care how I look. I don't care how I dress, but that's stopping. That's ending today. Okay. All right, guys. I love you and I'll see you guys later. Okay. You guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. Okay. And remember, these are lessons. Don't be upset about the things that are happening. Take it tell me I came all the way here for those chips and they don't have it. The Munchos, those Munchos chips, they're my favorite and they don't have them. Shit. Damn it. That's why I came here. I'm so mad right now. I came here for those fucking chips. Motherfucker. They don't have them. I'm really mad right now. Damn it. All right, guys. I love you. And I'll see you guys later. Love you. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right. We'll see you later. I'll come back later. Love you guys. I know. Me too. Munchos. They're my favorite chips ever. They're light. They're crispy. And they're not like heavy on my stomach. I love you. I'll see you later. Okay. Just remember, stay positive.